What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has joined the channel as a new subscriber. The last couple videos have been great with growth and everything, and I really hope you guys enjoy the content on our channel because we're trying to do some things that haven't been done before, and I really think that we can make a fantastic Lego community here on YouTube with all of you guys. But let's jump into the updates with what's going on with the garage. I know that's what a lot of people care about. Actually, we brought Alex over. Alex, you want to say hi to everybody? That is our husky Alex. He's sniffing around. He's just checking all the work and everything. So unlike the last update where I was able to share lots of good news, unfortunately, I am starting off this vlog with a lot of bad news. So unfortunately, all day today, it has been raining rather hard, and we found out the hard way that we cannot push off the brand new roof any more than we'd like to. We're gonna have to move this up. We're gonna have to figure this out right now. So you guys might have heard a couple thumps while I was doing my opening monologue. Unfortunately, we have discovered a few leaks here in the garage during this little rainstorm that we've been having. So we have one main leak right here. We also have a smaller leak right here. I'm out of buckets. Otherwise, I would gladly put a bucket there to catch the water. And then the last bucket I had, I actually elected to use it for this leak because it was a little bit more significant coming from somewhere in this vicinity. So this is a problem. It needs to be addressed ASAP. But before I go into the leaks and the roof, I just want to address a couple quick things in regards to this wall here on the side of the garage, because some people brought up some concerns in the comments during the last update that I posted. So we do have a seal here, and I know some people were questioning that there could potentially be an opportunity for water to actually leak from the ground into this crack. We are actually going to take more of this Aqua Defense seal, and we're gonna be painting, well, the crew is gonna be painting about 6 inches all along the floor, all the way around the garage. So that's gonna prevent any moisture from seeping into the garage and causing any water damage. In addition to that, the drywall that's going to be up against this wall is going to be about 3 inches off the ground. There's going to be 2x4s underneath it, so anything, if it does seep through, it's not going to damage the drywall. Although I do really appreciate you guys looking out for us and not wanting us to have any issues with water, you know, from the get-go, because this is a studio that we hope to have up and running and be using for this channel and for our Lego collection for a very long time. The next thing that I want to address is the moisture that could potentially be coming through the wall. Thankfully, we don't have any evidence of that, so that seal right there is going to be just fine. The thing that we did find evidence of is tiny little rain droplets in a few locations coming from various areas on the ceiling. So that brings us back to the roof and the problem that we have at hand that we need to get addressed right now. Oh, and the last thing I want to mention in regards to this wall is we did have it tested for integrity prior to us starting the renovations here in the garage. We actually had to get a permit, and the integrity report came back fantastic, and they actually estimated that this wall will last in its current condition for the next 100 years. So we have no issues there. But let's talk about the roof, because it's something that we were hoping to push off until, hopefully, we were hoping initially to push it off to the end of the summer when we knew we were going to have, you know, significant funds to cover it. However, with all these leaks, the contractor has expressed his concerns with even moving forward with the renovations as it stands. So we have to get this addressed now. So we're going to be doing some things with our Funko business and selling some extra items to make up the money that we're lacking at the moment. We actually have a huge auction that we do over on the Whatnot app in May centered around Star Wars. We only sell Star Wars items once a year, and that show usually yields significant profits for us to use for whatever we need. So we were actually planning on using the profits from that auction to fund whatever we needed to fund for the garage. Unfortunately, we cannot wait until May until that happens. So Joanna and I have done some critical thinking and planning, and we got to get this. That's where you do your best thinking. The Aqua Defense bucket. I believe it is, yeah. So we have to figure out a way to get this new roof up in basically the next week or so that the crew can continue moving forward with the renovations here in the garage. Now, I know some of you guys are going to say, why not just pause the crew and, you know, worry about the roof and then continue with the renovations? Unfortunately, we had to take advantage of this window with the crew that we have because a few of them are going to be unavailable for a majority of the rest of the year. So that's why we had to lock in this little window here where we could get these renovations done. Otherwise, yeah, we were going to push the renovations for the garage. We were going to push all of the things that we wanted to do with our Lego channel here, with building the Lego City and all of the projects that we had planned for 2025. So we're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna be sitting down with our contractor tomorrow and coming up with a more concrete game plan for how we can get a new roof up here. He knows some people that can maybe get us some other quotes from the one that we did get. The one quote that we have so far is $17,500. So it's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. And it's just, we have a little bit, but we don't have enough money if we had to get the roof tomorrow. So we're gonna have to hustle really hard. But I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on where it stands. But overall, the guys are moving very quickly. They actually did a lot of work over here on this side of the garage. All brand new drywall is up over here. That is a brand new window. It was delivered this morning. It's already installed. So we have a fantastic crew and they're moving. And I just want to make sure that they have all the tools, the time, and the money to keep moving forward so we don't delay this very exciting train. But like I said, I'll get back to you guys tomorrow with more updates. Hey everybody, happy Thursday. So I have some better news compared to the previous update. So we worked extensively with our contractor this afternoon, and we believe that we have a tentative game plan for how to solve this roof issue and to not slow down the renovations. So we actually spent some time today up on the second floor of the garage. We typically don't like to go up there too much right now because this staircase is not the safest. Plus, we haven't had anybody come out yet and test the durability of the entire floor. We're comfortable with walking up to here because we know we have this steel beam for support, but we're just not 100% safe or 100% sure if the rest of it is fully safe and completely weight bearing. But the good news about the second floor, as I know some people have asked and have been curious, is that it does run the entire length of the garage, and our 5 to 10 year plan is to also renovate the top portion of the garage here and possibly use more of that for our Lego collection or, you know, for the Lego channel, but that's 5 to 10 years down the road. Let's talk about the issue at hand, which is the roof. So we know the roof is $17,500 based on the previous quote that we got, and based on this time we spent on the second floor today, we actually believe that we can get by without having to replace this entire roof. We know for a fact we have to replace this entire side. Just based on the leaks and the evidence of water dripping in from the rainstorm yesterday, we know that there is no getting around not replacing this side of the roof. We do believe, though, that we can get away without having to replace this portion. So up until right there where that line kind of divides, well, it does divide the back section of the garage from the front section, because there's no evidence of water whatsoever, it's super dry, we think we can get away without replacing that portion of the roof for at least a few months, which would buy us some time to continue to save up funds for the remainder of the roof replacement. So the tentative plan right now, and we're gonna get final numbers hopefully tomorrow for materials and labor from the crew that we're working with. They actually have a couple men on the team who are roofers, and they're just working on this project part-time. They think that they can replace this section and this entire side of the garage roof. So you're talking 3/4 of the roof for cheaper than the $17,000, and then we would just have them come back at some point later in the summer or early fall to finish the shingles for that remaining portion of the roof. Joanna and I then put our heads together after the contractor and the crew left this afternoon, and looking over our current inventory, we think that we can raise enough capital, hopefully in the next few days, to cover the replacement of 3/4 of the roof. Hopefully by not replacing this 25% right above me right here will save us at least 25% of that projected 17,000 for right now. But that's the tentative game plan for the roof. Now, let me actually show you guys all the progress that the crew made today on the renovations. So starting out over here, just like I mentioned in yesterday's update, they did in fact go ahead and put the Aqua Defense seal strip right here on the floor, which is going to further prevent any water or moisture from coming into the studio. And they actually had this continue all the way throughout this corner. They also finished putting on the Aqua Defense seal coat on this wall, as well as this half wall down here. And they even continued it all the way over here, even though technically it wasn't necessary on this wall because the ground on the other side of this wall is downsloped. So there's no chance of water traveling uphill and coming into the studio this way. However, since they just had so much leftover Aqua Defense seal from the buckets that we had to purchase to cover this amount of square footage, they went ahead and just put the rest of it on this portion of the walls. They also began framing with the 2x4s, which is really exciting to see. So the drywall is going to go up against the 2x4s here. And they also boarded up that window, which I'm actually really liking. It's kind of giving it more of a studio vibe instead of a garage vibe. And I also like that now you can't see what's going on here in the studio. Not that we're trying to hide from anybody. We definitely just don't want anyone to know where we live because we do have a lot of valuable sets. I mean, we've spent over a decade putting our collection together, and we don't want to risk any Lego getting stolen, because if you guys have been paying attention to what's been going on in the world the last couple years, Lego collections and Lego stores have been getting robbed left and right. So that's going to do it for today's update. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, hello there. It's Monday night and I have some fantastic news to share with you guys. So Joanna and I worked our butts off over the past few days. We did a couple extra whatnot auctions. We put some stuff over up on our Funko website, SlapShotPops.com. Unfortunately, had to part with some big items from my Funko collection. However, we did in fact raise enough money to cover the cost of the brand new roof. So shout out to everybody in the Funko and Lego communities. Guys, thank you so much to everybody who came over to either our whatnot streams or the YouTube live stream that we had over on SlapShot Pops. Between all the items that we sold, the tips, the super chats, everything that you guys sent over, I am so happy and thankful for the incredible support, because now we get to continue creating a masterpiece here. This dream still lives on, and it just goes to show you, if you work hard in life, if you have a passion for something, if you really believe in your dream and are willing to make sacrifices, I think you can accomplish those dreams, and you guys are witnessing history right here. So once again, big shout out to everybody who was able to make this happen. We worked with our contractors, or initially we thought we were gonna have to raise $15,000 in capital. They did some, some quick thinking of their own, and they were able to pick up some materials from some wholesalers for the shingles for the roof, and they were able to get the cost down to $13,000. So they've promised that the new roof will be up this weekend, and I am just beyond excited and very thankful for everybody who has a hand in this process. So that's what's been happening over the last few days, but I have a couple critical updates to show you. First off, we have lights. We got brand new lights, and we're actually gonna have 12 of these throughout the entire garage studio space. This is only 2 of them, and look how bright they are. Like, compared to the lights that were in here when we purchased this home and garage, I mean, it is literally light and day, or night and day, compared to the ones that the garage came with here. So they put in 2 of the lights so far, and we got a bunch of things to talk about over here for this quick update. So in addition to the lights, they continued framing out the wall here where the drywall is actually going to go up against. They also took another preemptive measure here to hopefully further prevent any sort of water or moisture intrusion from coming into the garage. If for whatever reason we have a crazy rainstorm or a super wet winter, they actually went ahead and put the planks here in this metal framing. So that way the drywall is going to be even more protected should there be any sort of moisture or water that comes into the garage here. So that way we can clean up the water when we see the water, if that happens to be the case, and that water or moisture won't ruin the drywall. So that was a huge idea that I really appreciated them putting into action, and this framing is going to continue throughout the rest of the garage. We actually gave the crew the day off today because they were getting a little burnt out. They've been moving so fast and we had so much to catch up on with shipping and everything that we needed to do here at the house, so it actually just worked out for us all to just get a breather. Another big thing that they did was they actually brought the water lines back into the garage. So I misspoke in the last update. They were only bringing the water lines out temporarily during the renovation process here. So they brought them back in. We got your cold and your hot, and they actually brought the water lines all the way over, tucked them under the stairs here, and then they're ready to go inside this box for when we have the funds to get the bathroom up and running. And I think it's just fantastic how they did that, because we are of course going to have the same crew coming back when we do put up the bathroom. So once again, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to everybody who contributed to the new roof fund. Because of this new roof, we actually can have a proper Lego studio with no risk of leaks or water intrusion or anything like that. So the dream lives on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another critical update. Hey guys, so I'm actually out here with my good friend Travis. He's joined us for today for some adventures, and we're actually here at Walmart. We're gonna go see if there's some Lego clearance. Now, Travis came all the way from Connecticut. We're here in Pennsylvania, and you said you did a sweep of some of your Walmarts recently, and did you find anything? No, nothing on clearance, unfortunately. You said it was all picked over?
All picked over.
That's a bummer, but I've been seeing people all over get really good deals, especially on Lego Star Wars sets, so I would love to see if they have anything on clearance. Big Lego Star Wars drop coming up on May 1st, so it would behoove some of these Walmarts to really put some stuff on clearance to make some space on the shelves, but we're gonna go check it out. Let's see what we can find. So we're gonna check their clearance aisle first, because sometimes they do hide some Lego sets over here. Sometimes you have to dig though. Not sure if we can see anything. Little Spidey and his amazing friends toy bundle right there. I'm not seeing anything, unfortunately, Lego wise. Here is the regular Lego aisle. Now sometimes they're sneaky and they have the price tags updated, but they don't have like big yellow stickers or anything. Oh, there's the City F1 truck that I now have in the collection. Need to get more of these though, the other F1 sets. Not seeing anything, unfortunately. See anything? Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of people score the C-3PO on clearance. Oh, they had, looks like they had one on a rollback. No clearance though. Ah, oh, this is so cool. I need the ARC 170 at some point in my life. Man, I can't believe they still have N1 Starfighters. I thought that one's gonna retire by now. Need this set as well, the Mercedes AMG Technic, especially with the new Technic F1 cars that just dropped. Man, unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything. That's full price. This might be, that's a weird number, 46. I feel like maybe that's slightly discounted. I've been seeing people get this one on clearance too, but not us, not today, unfortunately. This needs to go on clearance. This is way too much. $80 for the helicarrier. This is also another one I'd prefer to get on a discount just because no Hawkeye. Come on. Oh, here we go. So that is on sale. See, sneaky. 110. down to 67. Ooh, that's not bad considering all the minifigs you get. I already have this set. Maybe this is a good one to stash away. Just got that one for Joanna's collection. That looks to be like the only one. Everything else looks to be full price. Yeah. Do you see anything, Travis?
No, this
right.
Technic is down $10.
It's down $10. Okay, $10 is better than nothing. All right, so looks like the Spidey battle. Ooh, and that's the only one they have too. And someone's Dunkin' Cup. All right, so Travis and I were looking closer at the price tags, and look at this, 140 down to 84 for the Onyx Cinder. That is a great price. That's almost 50% off. $70 would be 50%, so holy, that is amazing. I might have to grab that because that's a great price. Now, we also spotted the Mos Espa Pod Race diorama. This is 80 down to 49. I don't think I'm gonna grab this one because I've regularly seen it for 50 bucks on Amazon. But also look at this, the Starry Night idea set, 150 down to 90. Another sneaky reduction. Oh man, but I think I'm gonna grab the Onyx Cinder. That's a crazy good deal right there. So Travis and I also noticed that Ahsoka's T6 Jedi Shuttle here was 79 down to 48. And then they're not trying too hard on the city sets. I do need to grab this one at some point, the Police Island Prison. 100 down to 90, $10 off. And then we got the Space Base and Rocket Launch Pad, 135 down to 111. Thankfully I have that one already, but they could mark that one down just a little bit lower. But I think the only one we're gonna pick up right here is the Onyx Cinder. That's one that I need, and definitely a smoking deal. So maybe it was because we had Travis here with us that we got lucky, but I'm super stoked. I can't believe we found this set for 40% off at Walmart, although they weren't acting like they were trying to sell that stuff with the secret price tags. You really had to do your research and pay attention to what was going on. But super sick pickup here on the Onyx Cinder. I still actually haven't even finished Skeleton Crew, so I need to get on that. But yeah, we're gonna go get some food and we're gonna go back to the house and see the progress on the garage today. All right, so I'm officially back home here in the garage, and I actually just looked up the Onyx Cinder here and saw that it's actually on the retirement list for 2025, which makes today's pickup an even better score. And that's why when it comes to Lego sets, sometimes being patient does pay off. So if you guys have a Walmart in your area, go check it out. Make sure to pay attention to the price tags because they may not be advertising that the sets are discounted or on clearance, even though they are. So super excited to have picked up the Onyx Cinder. If we weren't on such a tight budget right now, I definitely would have gone to another Walmart or two to see if I could find anything else. Also need to pick up the Mos Espa diorama set at some point because I saw that one is retiring this year as well. So I still have some things to pick up. However, the Onyx Cinder was definitely the one that I most wanted for the options that we had today. And it was clearly the one that had the deepest discount. So big score right there. And I definitely got to finish Skeleton Crew. I got to finish that one of these days, so I'll get around to it. But I'm here in the garage. I want to give you guys one last update on the progress to close out this video. So you guys may have noticed, especially compared to the earlier clips in this vlog, that once again, it is brighter here inside the garage, as we now not only just have these two brand new LED lights up, we also have these two as well, and the contractor and the crew actually took down the hanging light right there, as well as ripped out some of the old lights that were fixated on the ceiling. So pretty awesome that we have this much light with only now 4 sets of LEDs. And keep in mind, we're gonna have 12 by the time this place is finished. Unfortunately, we got one more small piece of bad news, nothing compared to what we had to deal with here in the beginning of this video. But unfortunately, the strips, or the LED light strips that we ordered from Lowe's, 7 out of 12 of them actually came damaged. So we're gonna have to return those and get that fixed before the crew can put up the rest of the lights. So that's primarily what they worked on today. And we officially wrote the check for all of the roof materials, as well as the first half of the labor cost for putting up the new roof this weekend. So once again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out and supported our cause and has allowed the renovations here in the studio to continue. So pretty awesome that at the beginning of this video, you guys witnessed us come across a massive problem. And now at the conclusion of this video, we have a solution and a plan in place to keep everything moving forward. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you find anything on clearance, definitely let me know as well down in the comments. If you're new, subscribe. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score.